Hey there everyone, how are you all doing today? I am the Perpetual Noob. Welcome back to another exciting adventure in Dragon's Dogma. Noob Edition. I know I said I probably wasn't going to keep that in the last episode, but I don't know. I kind of like it. It's kind of grown on me in all of those 2 episodes. Though, as you all know, it's been something like 3 weeks since our last episode, and last episode had us heading towards Cockatrices as I was playing, and my brother, who's actually already beaten the game once, was helping me, and I was telling him that, oh yeah, no, I've got Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Yeah, so I have all the downloadable content. And he was telling me, well then, geez, you've got to go to Bitter Black Isle. That place is awesome. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good loot. Got to go there. And I said, okay, how do I get there? And he said, well, you've got to go all the way back down to Cockatrices. And at night, you got to go to the dock. And there will be a spot for you to go to Bitter Black Isle. And I said, okay, well then let's go. Now I don't have a port crystal or anything for fast traveling, so last episode left with us heading down that way on foot. And you can already see it in the background there. We're really close anyway, so this fool's errand will be over shortly. I thought I had Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, because that's how the trophies are listed, even though that's not what the game actually is. I do only have the vanilla version of Dragon's Dogma, so this trip is all for naught, which we will soon find out, and proving once again that I'm a total noob. But that's alright, because again, I still had yet to finish the apprentice quest for killing bunnies. And Cockatrices was the only place that I knew of where bunnies spawned, so I was okay with coming back here and killing a few more of them. And I think I actually finished the quest. Bam! Oh my god, look at that timing. It's almost like I know what's about to happen before it happens. Oh wait, I do. Kind of. It has been a while since I've watched this episode, and this footage, but I do know that despite me telling you, my dedicated viewers, that we are finishing the Wyrmking's Ring quest for like the last, jeez, what have I been saying? Probably the last 3 episodes? We are, in fact, for realsies, for truth, actually finishing the Wyrmking's Rings quest in this particular episode. I know. I've said this, again, many times in many other episodes. But this time it's real. Hence actually the name of this episode, Confessions and Cockatrices. Cockatrices. Because we get to a great epic battle that you can only get to after turning in the Wyrmking's Ring quest. And that great battle is going to happen in this episode. So I know, because I know this battle happens in this episode, that for sure we are finishing the Wyrmking's Ring quest. And to all my viewers who have stuck with me through this, drawn out process, as I have teased that we are finishing that quest for the last several episodes, for all of you who have stuck with me, thank you very much, and I greatly appreciate it. But there's also the other side of the title of this episode, the confessions part of this. I think we should all have, especially while I'm doing some item management here, we should probably all have a moment of silence for the fact that this will be the last standard definition video, hopefully, or at least in the foreseeable future, that will appear on my channel. Let's all bow our heads. Okay, enough of that. But yeah, this will be the last one. Unfortunately, I was still pretty new. Well, I still am pretty new to this, you know, YouTube content creation idea. And I didn't have a lot of hard drive space, so I was setting up my capture card, my Hoppage PVR2, to capture videos that were rendered at 720p and to scale them down to 480 to essentially really to save space.
I've learned of this area.
So unfortunately, you know, that meant that I was only going to be uploading in standard definition. And I didn't really think about it at the time that, oh geez, if I'm scaling it down to 480, well then when I upload it, it's going to be at 480. But that is why you see the resolution that you see right now. But I have finally taken steps to alleviate this problem. I have finally I got a 2 terabyte external hard drive. So now my space and memory concerns are no longer an issue. So actually the first 720 video that I uploaded was my first episode of my Dark Bros Dark Souls playthrough. But if you've seen that, you notice that it was incredibly dark. And no puns intended, because it's a Dark Souls playthrough, it wasn't meant to be dark. But I had not really encountered what is termed crushing blacks in any of my video uploads, like uploading my Demon Souls, uploading these Dragon's Dogma episodes. I'd never quite caught that. Oh, what's not on the pier? No way to get to Bitter Black Isle. Though I do almost jump right off the pier right there. But look at that. Yeah, no way to get to Bitter Black. So in any case, I had never encountered the, you know, the strange contrast and scaling issues you'll encounter when you upload to YouTube, or at least I hadn't noticed it in my Demon Souls and Dragon's Dogma videos. It didn't seem as overpowering as it did in my Dark Souls upload. And so actually now, for the last couple of weeks, I have been scrambling to make these videos to get the settings just right, so future videos will actually look good on YouTube, which actually makes them look a little funny on my computer as I'm editing them, because I've got to account for what YouTube's going to do to it, which means that everything's a little bit brighter and seemingly a little bit more washed out on my computer. But it unfortunately took a lot of, well, at least the way I applied it, because my Google foo is pretty weak, but it took a lot of trial and error, you know, recording a video and then tweaking it just this much and tweaking it just that much, looking for that I'd say optimal image. And I'd even dare say that I'm not exactly at the optimal image and the optimal video that I'd like for you all to see even now, but that's a little bit because I'm a perfectionist and, you know, things will never be perfect, you know, when I'm editing things or when I'm making anything. The only time I kind of avoid perfectionism is when it comes to most of the stuff I do at work. That's probably not the way that's supposed to happen. But whatever, it's work, who cares? You know, this is my YouTube channel. This is way more important. And from my perspective anyways. So, yes, this should be the last standard definition video that will be on my channel, at least for the foreseeable future, as I don't see me uploading any retro gameplay anytime soon. So, oh, right now I'm just kind of going through the locations for several of the quests I have, and put the eye out is a little annoying because, yep, have to go to that particular cavern to kill a Cyclops. And it's kind of annoying because I've killed many Cyclops, even since getting that particular quest. But that quest does stay. Kill this particular Cyclops in this particular area. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably a quest I still have to do. Which means that will be in a future episode. Because now we're just going right back to Grand Soren to turn in, to actually turn in the Wyrmking's ring quest. I know, it's crazy, right? So, I now am recording my videos at 720p, and I think I've got the right settings so that they will be easier to watch on YouTube, and hopefully you all will enjoy them a bit more. Especially since, you know, I figured I needed to get these settings down. One, because I'd love to be able to get my Dragon's Dogma playthrough and my Demon's Souls playthrough going again, except this time now, you know, in a watchable format. Because I have gone back and watched some of my videos, and seen them in their standard definition glory, as standard definition goes. Ugh. And I'm sorry. They are definitely a little rough to watch. And to those of you who have watched and continue to watch, you're all awesome. And hopefully your dedication and your perseverance shall be rewarded soon, as I should start cranking out videos, new videos, in the coming weeks. Certainly in preparation for Dark Souls 2. I'm actually going to be a bit quiet for this.
The ring is reclaimed. I haven't the words to express my esteem, sir. A talisman of such power must be
Look at that clapping.
those who would use it for ill purpose. The Duke will see it well guarded, and the faults in the castle's security mended. Pray let this lead us all to take greater care in the future. For now, you have my thanks.
Sure thing, buddy. It only took us several episodes to get here. I must whisper at you from a really long distance.
What? Very well. I shall see to it at once. A matter of a most pressing nature has come to us. Make for the southern Way Castle immediately. I've received a report that one of the Duke's men has returned from afar, gravely wounded. He asks to speak with you in all haste, Arisen. 'Tis odd his message was not writ in the report. An oversight brought on by haste, no doubt. Pray, fly to the Way Castle and hear the man's message, sir. Meanwhile, I am to see the Duke on another matter no less urgent. 'Tis a restless day.
Indeed it is, Sir Aldous.
I've received a report that one of the Duke's men... Pray, fly... Meanwhile,
Yep. No interesting and no new dialogue from you there, Aldous. You got it all in the cutscene. Good work. Way to be extra efficient. So now I'm thinking, ooh, great. The story is moving without me even having to get new quests. It's just gonna happen now. Let's and I like that. I'm gonna stop my rambling for a moment and say I like, because there was actually a point earlier on in this playthrough where my character gained a level in the Duke's castle, and I was saying, well, wait a minute, my pawn's not allowed to come in here. Is she going to gain a level as well? And I like, I was concerned that the game was going to do what a lot of, older RPGs did anyways, where, oh, the NPC's not in your party? Well, sucks to be them, because you've gained XP and they have gained nothing, despite the fact you could swap them into your party at any time. I do like that a lot of newer, or I should say, yeah, newer RPGs are accounting for that and saying, well, if this person was in your party at this time, and yeah, this is me trying to find out, well, wait, which Way Castle am I going to? Where is this Southern Way Castle? I know, I was having trouble focusing, apparently.
What will it be today?
But I like that, my pawn is still gaining the XP for completing that quest, so they are keeping up with me in levels. Thank goodness. Oh, okay, so now that we're on some item management, I think I did ask this in a previous episode as well. Where do you guys stand on the item management? Do you guys want to see more? Do you guys... I can't show more of it, but I was about to ask if you wanted to see more, and the question doesn't make sense. But would you rather... Would you all rather that I just cut out these portions in future episodes so that you don't have to deal with seeing the minutia of this game? I'm okay to go either way. I've been enjoying leaving the item management in these episodes. That way there you all get to see the game. You get to see what goes into the game. It's not, there's essentially nothing hidden from you. Now you can understand and you get to see that, oh, well, there's all of this item management in addition to the action-adventure role-playing game that it is. Huh. Well, maybe I don't want to play it because I don't want to deal with this kind of thing. Or, oh, cool, I like that it's a little bit more realistic and that I have, you have to manage your items like this, and that food can rot. As you see here, I have plenty of rotten ambrosial meat, but I need kept sour ambrosial meat. And as this is currently the last recorded episode, and the last bit of recorded game footage I have for Dragon's Dogma, you know that I have yet to complete even that quest of having 5 kept sour ambrosial meats. Which is actually pretty damn sad. I've played this game for nearly 50 hours by the end of this episode, and I have 2 kept sour ambrosial meats. What
will it be today? Have your pick. Come again soon.
So anyway, please let me know down in the comments below if you would like to see item management stay in these episodes, or if you'd rather I start cutting them out so that you wouldn't have seen any of that. I could still leave skill selection and vocation choices in there. But yeah, let me know. Obviously I can cut and and edit as necessary. I do, however, think I'm going to change. Currently, as you can tell, this is a lot of, it's primarily been post-commentary, but I think a little bit of ease of use for myself, and in a way to get these videos out in a more timely fashion. I think I am going to switch over to live commentary again. And really, I kind of, yes, because I'm lazy, I do prefer live commentary. But this is also, it's a game I don't know, so there may be some dead space, you know, some dead air time. But there's also the fact that there will be parts of this game that I've never seen before, like in the story. And if I'm doing live commentary, you all will get to hear. Oh right, I saw that fireball. I think I even, when I was playing this, I think I even had the same reaction. It's been that long since I've actually played this particular part, or played this game. Again, my brother at the time, was hanging out with me, and he was last over my home before Thanksgiving. So it's been a while since I have actually played this game, which is actually kind of sad. I actually really enjoy playing this game. It has been a lot of fun, and I'd really like to get back into playing it and recording it. One thing that does bother me is that, unlike Dark Souls or Demon's Souls or a whole number of other RPGs, this game only allows you to have one save. So I haven't been able to say, oh, well, you know what, I'm gonna keep playing while I'm still figuring out how to make my videos look better, and then I'll get back to my my YouTube playthrough. I haven't been able to do that. And here's one of those times where I say, thank goodness the terrain was climbable, because this guy was annoying. And having no range besides my mages, and my mages being kind of dumb, and not just simply shooting that guy, I was very glad I could just climb up a rock wall and deal with him. So yeah, it's been a while, and so watching those fireballs fall from the sky, I'm only laughing because when I saw that was the first time I had seen it. I believe that was the first time I'd seen my pawn actually cast that meteor spell. And while I was playing, I even stopped and got a little nervous, thinking, oh my god, what enemy is actually throwing fireballs at us right now? Because it seemed to come after the fight with the goblins was already over, so it was one of those moments where you're like, holy shit, there are more enemies! And they're throwing fireballs! This just got real. You know, very different from just a regular goblin. So in any case, where was I before this? Before talking about the fireballs or the meteor spell. Oh, I think I was talking about. Oh, right. Post versus live commentary and what my plans are for the future videos for Dragon's Dogma. I do think there's a bit of fun in listening to somebody have reactions to a game, you know, as they're playing it. And because it's a story thing, I decide, well, better safe than sorry. Let's save it before continuing on. Because honestly, I have no idea what's coming up. While I'm playing, obviously. And again, here's that post and live commentary stuff where I'd be talking about, holy cow, I have no idea what's going to happen next. So better be safe than sorry, and let's just save before we get to the bridge. Because as we all know, in RPGs, a bridge can be a really bad thing. Because you got limited space, nowhere to go.
Arisen! Urgent word from the capital, sir. You are to return to Aldous' side with all possible haste.
And then you get to hear me act incredulous that this story quest was, hey, run over here.
Sound like all's happened in Grand Sorin. Best you be returning, sir. There's not here to keep you. An injured soldier? I've seen no such man. I know not how such a tale would have come about. 'Tis suspect.
You'd hear me railing against that soldier saying, yeah, 'tis suspect indeed. Because I couldn't believe this game like seemed to kind of almost make fun of RPGs in itself, saying, you know how just about every quest is a fetch quest or go speak to this person. Ooh, by the way, look at that. Not eating stamina. That little potion is fantastic. Think, what is it? Liquid Vim? I wasn't paying attention when I drank it because I forgot that I drank it so I could run without losing stamina for a while. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Glad I had a couple on hand so I could, rush back to Grand Sorin. Because the game simply was like, hey, you know how you usually send on quests to go talk to somebody? You know what? We're going to tell you that's the type of quest you're on. And then we're going to totally punk you.
Is there truly no easier way
And make you run all the way back to where you came from. How do you like them apples?
This path runs the canyon floor.
And honestly, I didn't quite like those apples. I thought that was quite annoying. And so now you get this kind of, I would say thought out response to what we've... Yeah, look at the size of that thing. You can see it from here. But you get this, a more thought out reaction to what the game's doing. Because now I'm not playing it. I've seen what happens. I already know. So now it's just like, oh, yeah. So the guy just totally punks you and makes you go on a wild goose chase. Which actually turns out to be a wild cockatrice chase. But I was pretty excited to see some crazy shit happening in Grand Sorin. And of course, I'm now near the city, so I'm saying, fine, let's save it again. Just in case, let's do this again. Last time I didn't have a fight. This time though, there's a giant cockatrice. Or, I guess I shouldn't say a giant cockatrice because the game isn't calling it a giant. The game is simply stating it's a cockatrice, which apparently they're all this size. In this, and then yeah. And not only does the game tell you, okay, go talk to this non-existent guy over here. But now when you head back to town, we're not letting you in the nearest gate. You gotta go around and get in that way. This whole portion of the quest was all just full of punks. Ashton Kutcher was running around in the background behind a camera going, woo! I apologize, hopefully. You know what, I may actually just turn that down a bit in post-editing because that probably hurt everyone's ears, and especially anybody listening on headphones, which is generally me, because I'm generally listening in at work to other YouTubers. So I apologize for that that little outburst. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully that doesn't end up hurting your ears. But now we're closing in. We're closing in on the great battery. And I'm totally pumped to have this fight.
Arisen. Maker be good, you've returned. Just after you'd left, a slain cockatrice brought as a trophy for his grace came alive.
Remember a few episodes ago when we found that giant dead thing? And I'll say dead in quotes. I felt so proud because I totally called it. Not like it wasn't a giant, you know, warning, or at least a giant flag waving in your face saying, "Hey guys, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna kick you in the teeth later."
I shall seal the gate behind you until order is restored, sir. Go, and make her be your shield.
And so essentially, the game's saying, hey, make sure you're ready for this. And now it's time to fight that giant stone, well, stone-making monster. I mean, look at that face. It's a freaking turkey. It's like a griffin, except it's a lion slash eagle slash turkey. And then there's that Sir Tolth guy. And I can't talk to this guy. But I believe he's the one shouting all of this stuff about salvation. And so while I'm hopping around like a leapfrog, kind of looking like an idiot, another time I really wish I had some sort of ranged weapon, because I can't do anything against this guy right now. But I am very concerned because the game and my brother were stating, hey, heads up, it will turn you to stone. Which is what was happening. I think that's what was happening right there. But thankfully one of my mages cleared that up for me. That's the word. I completely forgot what word I was looking for. Petrification. Being turned to stone, which is what a cockatrice does. Well, is supposedly supposed to do. Obviously, it's a mythical creature. So who knows? But at this point, I'm now pausing the battle to hope to hell my pawn, not my main pawn, but one of my support pawns does not get turned to stone. Because I need everyone here. I need all of the help I can get. And now the fight just kind of turns into the dull grind of trying to chase this guy, trying to jump high enough, wait for it to land, hit it a few times, it's gonna fly away again. But there is still that guy in the middle of the field with the red question mark over his head. And you know what? What do you know? It's that Sir Tolth guy. Well, he's dead now. Just fine by me. But now I'm going to slowly turn to stone. Because that cockatrice used its, petrification gaze. Or, I suppose it's more appropriate to say petrifying gaze on me. And look at that! Look at what's on the screen! Like, even the screen is starting to become more stone-like. And look at my body. It's turning to stone. All of my arms, my legs. That's freaking cool! Really cool way to do it. Old RPGs, I'm thinking, off the top of my head, I'm thinking of Final Fantasy VII. But when you were gonna be, petrified or something, or, doomed, there would just be this counter over your head, like of seconds or rounds. This game, though, I like it. I like that they did a lot. They kind of really thought about status effects and how to make them seem to have more of an impact or look. I'm gonna say look more real, which I understand is really, yep. And there's the petrifying gaze again. So again, everybody needs to chug down one of these. Geez, let's see if I can pay attention to the particular. Hopefully, I don't go through it too fast. There it is, the secret softener, which. Yes, it does sound a little hilarious and a little bit like X-Lax. The secret softener. If you don't want anybody to know that you're all bound up, use secret softener. Yeah, I am that immature that poop jokes are funny. Poop jokes are still funny. And then it flies off. I'm sure there are people who have done it who had enough damage by the time they got here to this fight to kill the cockatrice. But yeah, all of a sudden it's just over. You had a time limit. Speaking of counters and timers, you had a time limit, and if you don't kill it in that time, it just flies off. Apparently it just says, you know what? F this noise. I'm done dealing with this. This isn't worth it. I wanted to destroy some property. Which is this. Some of the Duke's stuff. Which I believe was in the middle of being transported to the Duke's castle. Which is why it was out in the middle of this field.
'Twas a close thing, that. Sir Aldous beckons arisen. Pray, make for the castle.
Yeah, he just wants to give me an award. Obviously.
What damage have I wrought in carelessness to allow an agent of salvation through?
Ah, don't blame yourself.
And in sending you away afore the creature was revived, the damage was all the greater. While I, in my fool credulity, ran to the castle, only to be knocked insensate by some villain. 'Twas a lucky thing the beast was kept from the residential quarter. Or the castle. We must rethink the practice of tribute to prevent such a happening again. For now, though, the danger has passed. What of the damages?
We held our ground somehow. Not a single trophy was lost, sir. 'Tis a testament to the efforts of the Arisen. You have our thanks, sir.
Though, right there, that's when my brother was saying,
Truly,
yeah,
sir, you are a wonder.
he apparently lost.
Handled the task
I think he was saying
perfectly.
2, if not all
The beast
3.
is slain, and the treasure unscathed.
But that's right. I
'Tis the
protect
first chapter of a new
all the
legend,
trophies.
sir. Or at the very least, a task well done.
Yep, this guy with the giant sword, who couldn't hit the thing when it was flying. That's right, I did it. But so there you go. Finally. And now I'm just trying to see what the heck is going on because I'm covered in something. But it says defenses are boosted. Hooray! That is my reward. So, thank you all again for watching. If you would please leave some feedback in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, press that like button. If you want to see more, and more are coming, please hit the subscribe button. And I will see you all next time.